Welcome to Nogales, a city split not by war, but by offense. To the north lies Nogales, Arizona, a peaceful, wealthy American town. To the south, Nogales, Sonora, an underdeveloped Mexican city, riddled with poverty, crime, and despair. But here's the twist. This is not a tale of two cities, it's a tale of one city split by history. So why is one half thriving while the other suffers? Today on Talk Maniac, we dig deep into the roots of inequality between Latin America and North America. This is not just about geography. This is about colonialism, systems, institutions, and power. Let's begin. There are striking economic, educational, and safety differences between the two Nogales. Just think about it. Income, crime rates, education levels, all so different, even though they're side by side. How can a fence make such a difference? Latin America once had a truly promising future. Venezuela, for example, saw a meteoric rise in the 1950s thanks to oil wealth. And there was real optimism in the early 20th century about countries like Argentina, Brazil, and Mexico. So, where did things go wrong? The Spanish and Portuguese came to the Americas with a clear strategy: exploit and extract. In Mexico, Hernán Cortés toppled the Aztec Empire, while Francisco Pizarro did the same in Peru, bringing the mighty Inca to its knees. The infamous encomienda system was introduced, which honestly just legalized slavery under another name. And then there were the Potosi silver mines. These mines produced a fortune that helped build European empires, but at a terrible cost, claiming the lives of millions in the process. In North America, the British tried to copy the Spanish model, but, well, they failed. Instead, they had to adapt, leading to more inclusive and flexible laws, and a bit more representation for settlers. This shift saw the rise of voting rights, property rights, and even early patent systems. Unlike the Spanish and Portuguese, the British ended up empowering settlers instead of just exploiting native populations. When Latin America fought for independence, the movement was led mostly by elites who, honestly, just wanted to keep their own power. This was pretty different from the American Revolution, where the goal was broader freedom and true self-governance. So, after independence, most Latin American countries stayed stuck with feudal systems, corruption, and deep inequality. So, one of the big challenges in Latin America was the really weak rule of law. Elite monopolies and corrupt banks dominated the landscape. Just to give you an idea, Mexico went through 52 presidents in just 42 years. Meanwhile, if you look at banking, by 1914 the United States had about 27,000 banks, but in Mexico, banking was controlled by just a handful of elites. There was also a lack of patent systems, and honestly, not much in the way of innovation infrastructure. Now, when it comes to the Industrial Revolution, the United States took a pretty different approach. The government leased land for railway expansion, opening up opportunities for all kinds of people. In contrast, Latin America mostly gave land to the elites, which, just reinforced their control and excluded most folks from the benefits. This led to the rise of a productive American middle class, while Latin America remained stuck with an entrenched oligarchy. Once the richest country in Latin America, Venezuela became an economic disaster. Oil dependence, corruption, inflation, and political mismanagement all played a part. It's a general pattern we've seen repeated across Latin America. On one side of the fence, Nogales, Arizona offers safety, opportunity, and democratic accountability. Just across, Nogales, Sonora faces corruption, instability, and poor services. It's not about culture, it's not about race, it's about institutions. A fence cuts through a city, but it's history, not steel, that divides it. One half had inclusive institutions, the other exploitative ones. One built opportunity, the other preserved privilege. So, next time you see a city split in two, remember, geography may build borders, but history builds fate. This is Talk Maniac, and this was the real story of why Latin America fell behind.